Now, China has announced that it is ending the practice of allowing children to be adopted overseas. At least 150,000 Chinese children have been adopted abroad in the last 3 decades, with more having gone to the United States than anywhere else. Explaining the decision, a spokeswoman said merely that the rule change was in line with the spirit of international agreements.
The Chinese government has adjusted its inter-country adoption policy. Henceforth, except for the adoption of children and stepchildren from collateral relatives by the blood of the same generation or within 3 generations by foreigners coming to China, China will not send children abroad for adoption. This is also in line with the spirit of relevant international conventions. We express our gratitude to foreign governments and families who wish to adopt Chinese children for love and kindness.
Well, Ina Tangen is a senior fellow at the Taipei Institute and chairman of Asian Narratives in Beijing. He explained the change in policy in China.
Adoptions have been basically put on hold since 2020 in the beginning of the pandemic. They just recently made it clear that they don't intend to change that and that this is going to be the case going forward. Why? I think it's because of the demographic change. Obviously China is concerned about its population. Also, things have changed dramatically, Gita. This is a one-child society. In the past, when you had many children and their needs could not be met, it was very difficult. But today, children are highly prized, and there are programs that can take care of special needs children. So things have changed dramatically. At this point, I think China just says we need to keep our children in China.
And is there now more of a sort of social discomfort with, for many countries, with the idea of sending children to another nation with completely different, cultural history, background, values, and so on?
Well, I think there's always some of that, but and most of the children who went to the United States, the vast majority, received very good care. They actually, many of them have come back to China to try to discover their roots and things like this. So it's not a bar to that. I think it really has more to do with the numbers. The number of young people getting married has dropped dramatically. The society that was pushing for one child is now saying have 3 or more. So, obviously demographics are a part of that. But there's also, I think, some feeling that, Chinese babies were somehow different, like a designer handbag. And Chinese children can be taken care of here in China. And I think there is some pride in that they've arrived at a point where they have enough of a middle-class society. They've eradicated extreme poverty. And they think that, it's time that they take care of their own.
And so is there an active move to help more Chinese families adopt or foster if they need to?
Yes, I mean, obviously there are a lot of couples who it's very difficult for them to afford in vitro fertilization, and they are looking to adopt. In the past, it was very difficult. There was always this idea that you always wanted to be of your blood. But I think times have changed. And if your options are to have no child or to have a child and bring it into the world and teach it your values, which are the most important, I think ideas are changing about that.
Ina Tangen speaking to me there from